What? I can't help it if your emotional support human's gone to work. Hi and welcome to the Arya Bark Podcast Vlogmas Day 2. Take 2. I rambled on, showed the yarn, everything like that, having a wee chat about what I was wearing, and realised the microphones weren't plugged in, so you wouldn't have heard any of it. Oh, goodness sake. It's one of the days. It's going to be one of the days. So, we'll start again. Yarn from my yarn corner today. I'm not even going to pretend that I hadn't opened it, because I had. Let's be honest, I'd already opened it this morning, no before. So it is that. Oh, it's got greens in it. I would do it that way. And if I cover this, no, there we go. No, there we go. So pretty. Love it. I will hook that on my Swift because I'm thinking that up. And the extra is little handmade tag. Loving it. Talking about handmade, milkman was late this morning and went to get the milk, and he was wearing his hat for last year and he loves it. What was I saying? Yes, so yesterday was a bit of a show. Obviously it took recording 3 times before I eventually managed to get one that didn't have flashing lights, didn't have Ryan banging about in the kitchen. Yes, so what I'm wearing, nearly forgot that. I am wearing my Blurry by Ailbiona McLochlainn. It is a garter stitch cardigan. Love it. This is King Cole limited edition. Shade number 4731, which is duck egg. No, that was duck egg. And this one, I can't remember. Nope, it's gone. Wasn't that prepared. This one is denim, because it's the denim blunny. Duh. Yes, denim, duck egg. Love the buttons. I'm sure these are the buffalo buttons. I'm pretty sure they're the buffalo buttons. They're actual drops buttons, because I did buy the drops buttons to go with it. So, progress on projects. We had a really slow internet last night, so I was up to 2 AM this morning waiting on this yesterday's video rendering, so I didn't get much done. This is how much was done on the anthology throw. Have absolutely no idea what row I'm on. I've literally just put the second section in. I've got a fair chunk to go, and this is how much I've got left, so I've got pretty much the full cake left to go. I did, however, while it was uploading, do some more on Ryan's Christmas socks. So this was where I was yesterday. I was just finishing that last row, so I've managed to put another 3 stripes on. This will be my project. I think what I'm going to do and obviously I need to get these done by the 15th. So I've got 13 days to do 2 socks, and as we all know, Mr. Bark has size 8 or 9 feet, can't remember. I get him in 100 mixed up. I think he's size 8. Or is he a size 9? I've got a way to go before I get to the heel, so it won't really matter. Millie and Ryan have a really weird relationship. She meows all day because Ryan's at his work. When he comes home, she's a permanent fixture on his lap, and Ellie uses him as a scarf. Ellie is here. You can see her here. Right. There. Hi.
Hi.
Are you saying hello? Are you waving?
Yeah, because my systems aren't working. So.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Are you waving hello?
Why, hello people. Oh god, I'm a mess.
Oh, and they got to see parts of you that nobody should see. Andrew's there. Yes, so plan today, I am going to cake up. It is now 10 to 10 and shift my bum because I've Zoom at 11 o'clock. Skein up day 2, stick it in my bag. I'll work on day 2 on Zoom. That might be a disaster, but we'll wait and see. And I'll work on Ryan's socks while this is doing its thing, because I can't do the anthology throw because it's on Knit Companion on my iPad, and I can't do 2 things at the same time, apparently. So that is my plan. There will be no biggie creations today. I do need to finish somebody's Christmas present. But that's no. I will do that the weekend. So I am going to go and skein this up. Bye. Hello lovely peoples, I am back. I was going to say not long come off Zoom. It was a wee while ago. It was a wee while ago I come off Zoom. Lovely Zoom with the ladies. There was lots and lots of laughter. Much needed. Now I'm just trying to bring up my list because I did make notes, and you know me, brain like a sieve. I had discussed this, as obviously the blurry. I forgot to mention I am wearing my 24 Days socks by Potter and Bloom. I'll stick a picture in. The main colour is colourway number 11, which is marshmallow, and I'm trying to lower myself on the seat so that light doesn't reflect off my glasses, which it seems to be doing. That's better. And shade 1051, which is vintage tinsel. I need to thank the lovely Sarah, who is the fibre sanctuary. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Sarah. I'll leave details up there. She's on Instagram and she's lovely. Love Sarah to bits. Short version of the story is I made a complaint on Zoom that I wasn't overly impressed with the vintage tinsel socks, how they came out, and I can't remember the other one. There was another colourway that I didn't particularly like how they came out as a vanilla sock. And Sarah had offered the suggestion that she had done the 24 Days socks but using self-striping yarn. Love them. As I said yesterday, I've got up there that I'm going to make another 3 pairs, possibly 4 or 6. You do get quite a bit left by doing it that way, so that's my plan. I have made a fair bit of progress. I'm still on day 1. This is how much I've got done so far. As you can see, I've done a fair bit. Where was I? That's where I was earlier. So I've done a fair bit on Zoom. There is a stitch marker here. Nope, that's the actual stitch marker. Here, I added in another stitch marker. I've made a mistake, so I need to rip this back out to there. Is that right? Because it was at that point that I made a mistake, so I need to fix that because it's got everything going in a wonk. Not overly concerned. Obviously I'm going to be slightly behind unless I can get a good chunk, and obviously I do have a lot of Zooms, I'm not gonna lie. That was the other thing I was going to say. I received a lovely private message this morning from a lovely viewer regarding some of my makes. I would like to put a disclaimer out. My entire podcasts are very heavy on my Yarny Corner yarn. I will be open and honest, the vast majority of it has come from my own money. I am not sponsored in any way, shape or form by my Yarny Corner. I would like to say that I feel obliged to buy yarn, but that would be an out and out lie. Yeah, I've got a lot of their yarn and I'm not sorry about any part of it. I will always, if I am given something by Darren and Alex, I will be open and honest and say they gifted it to me. But I have no problem saying that I am more than prepared to spend my own money on their yarn because their yarn is gorgeous. The other disclaimer is I am not sponsored by Ailbiona McLochlainn either. Yes, I am very obsessed with my Iron and Connor Ailbiona McLochlainn combination. That would be awesome. Socks. Sorry, tangent. I thoroughly enjoy knitting Ailbiona's patterns. Some people might not like Ailbiona's patterns. Again, you're responsible for your own knitting. I'm only sharing what patterns I'm enjoying. You do you. I will recommend Ailbiona's patterns. Obviously, I do receive some patterns for free because I do test some Ailbiona's patterns. I have been lucky enough to be gifted patterns from Ailbiona. I have also been lucky enough that a certain friend also gifts me patterns of Ailbiona's. However, again, I don't mind spending my own money on Ailbiona's patterns because I do genuinely love how she writes patterns, how well they're written. They do, to a certain extent, hold your hand without being condescending and telling you how to do a knit stitch. I cannot think of a pattern that hasn't come with other suggestions on stuff you could do with a pattern. There is always a lot of options with Ailbiona's patterns, like the basic socks with integrated heels. When you purchase that pattern, you don't get one pattern, you get two. You get the top down version, you get the toe up version. This had options, despite the fact that it is literally just a garter stitch cardigan. What else have I knit that came with options? Oh, I've just realised I had a bit of a hot flush earlier on, so I took my cardigan off. Then I got cold and I put it back on. Put it on the wrong way round. It's inside out. What am I putting? For goodness sake. My age and I can't even dress myself properly. Right, I'm back. And look, I've got buttons, I'm properly dressed. So, what was I saying? Yes, a lot of Ailbiona's patterns will come with different sleeve options, different length options, options to have it either a straight body or A-line, lots of stuff like that. Obviously, we do joke on Zoom that Ravelry have a very, very wonky shelf when it comes to Ailbiona's patterns. Obviously, I can't look at an Ailbiona pattern, but it accidentally falls into my basket and pays for itself. I like Ailbiona's patterns, and I'm not going to lie. We don't have to like the same things. Not a major fan of anything flowery. Not a major fan of pink. I know, Sally, it's shocking. However, do I have pink yarn? Yes, I do. And I've got some very, very pretty yarn. Some very, very pretty pink yarn that my gorgeous friend Sarah kindly gifted to me, and I've just wrecked it. I'll fix it in a minute. Same with Danny and Alex. Danny and Alex have dyed up pink yarn that I've fell in love with. It is what it is. I am not going to feel guilty for indulging my passion. I'm not going to obviously, when I do the podcast. I think I'm doing it tomorrow. I won't show everything that I've brought in for the last couple of months. I haven't brought in a huge amount. I have brought in a fair bit. Obviously, I know what colour day 25 is. I'm not going to be showing that. The advent box, I am purposely not going to show that until January. Purely because I know there are some people who have purchased it for a gift to themselves for Christmas, so I don't want to ruin their surprise because it'd be rude. All I'm going to say is the Christmas box is amazing, and I was not disappointed. I was very, very lucky to have the opportunity to purchase it, because I know things are a bit cruddy right now financially for some people. So, plan for today. I need to be getting at least day 1 finished in my advent. Hopefully start day 2 and get some more done on Ryan's socks because they are now becoming a major priority. Yeah, I think that was everything. Oh yes, obviously watching Vlogmas, people are going out and doing lovely stuff. I may or may not go out, however you will not see me walking around shops and markets and that sort of stuff. I don't like crowds. One, I can't record, so obviously I'm restricted to when Andrew and Ryan's available to help. Point number 2, COVID is still a thing, people. Ryan's dad is in a care home. We are very, very aware that he's on a bit of a sugary peg, and we need to be careful about who we are mixing with in order to keep the care staff safe and to keep him, more importantly, to keep him safe. His health isn't great. He has a few major health concerns right now, and we could do without killing him off. It'd be a bit rude. So, obviously this is Mr. Bark's busy period, so there's a lot of work hours. We will try and go out at some point. However, I'm not a very sociable person. I love Zoom because I can chat to people and not leave my house. What is it Ryan calls me? A practicing hermit. Because I could quite happily, the running joke was a couple of weeks ago, Ryan and I had gone out, we were doing a bit of shopping, we were going to go visit his dad. And he's like, when was the last time you actually left the house? I was like, 10 days ago when we went to visit your dad the last time. Just saying. I don't need to go out, so I don't. You do the shopping, I'm happy with that. So I tend not to leave the house unless I really have to. So if I've left the house for you, I must really like you. I'm rambling garbage. So, plan for today, for the rest of this evening, I'm going to get this edited, I'm going to get it uploaded. I've got 2 hours to do that in. Zoom starts at 5. On Zoom might actually be late to Zoom if I don't fall asleep and sleep through Zoom, which happens on a regular basis. Podcast tomorrow, that should be uploaded at the normal time on Sunday. There was something else I was going to say, and do you think I can remember what it is? And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to stop recording. Did I show Ryan's socks? Yes, I did. Scrappy projects, that's what I was talking about. Realistically, I do not think, because obviously that's where I was going when I brought up that we're not sponsored by My Army Corner. Realistically, do I think I will be working on all 6 scrappy projects? No, I don't, because the anthology throw's taking me forever. What I might do is have a scrappy weekend where once I've done whatever I'm needing to do, however many inches I decide on for everything else, then I'll spend the rest of the night working on the scrappy projects. However, I do need to make sure that Ryan's socks are finished. I really need to get the Vertices Unite past the halfway point. Mandy from Mouse's Makes is doing a Starflake make-along in January. We're all going to be making the Starflake, and I don't want to have 2 Stephen West shawls on the go at the same time. That's a lie. It'll be 3 because I've still not finished the twists and turns. So yes, I will be having a long hard chat with myself later on in the mirror and winding back some of my expectations. I do not have copious amounts of time. Obviously I've got our stuff to deal with, I've got Vlogmas, I've got the podcast stuff to deal with, I've got Ryan's dad's stuff to deal with, knitting 6 blankets plus a pair of socks plus a shawl plus other stuff won't be happening. I think that was everything. Thank you to everyone who has watched. Thank you for everyone for your lovely comments. I am feeling slightly less stressed is the main part. It's been a stressful few months, all things considered. I am hoping to get back on a regular schedule at some point. What I would say, I doubt the podcast will be weekly anymore. I won't have the time to be doing that amount of knitting to constitute having a weekly podcast. Possibly fortnightly, more likely probably monthly, maybe, it depends. Or I could do weekly and just have them really short. So yes, I am going to go. I can't remember if I made myself a cup of tea. Yes, I did make myself a cup of tea. It's been sitting there for about an hour, gone cold. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I am going to finish watching the lovely Soxy Nana Alice. I have forgiven you for laughing at me. That is a private joke. And I'm blaming Mandy as well, because 2 of them started laughing at me because I bought myself a present. And I look like a mad scientist. Those were a really good idea. Not on Zoom. Just saying. I will fully understand if you stop watching, because it's probably got to be the same thing. I am going to run through all my knitwear. When I run out of actual garments, I will move on to shawls, of which I have an entire box full of them. I could do an entire month with the amount of shawls that I've got, and I wouldn't repeat any of them. So that is everything. I am going to go because I'm talking nonsense, and I'm a bit peckish. I have had lunch. Now it's snack time, and I need to think what I'm doing for dinner. Shell tacos. May need to contact Mr. Bark and get him to bring in tacos for dinner and the mixy stuff that goes with it. I have absolutely nothing to make tacos. I'll just get him to bring the stuff in with him, and I can make it up while I'm on soon. So yeah, I hope you have a very, very pleasant evening, and I will see you back here again very early tomorrow morning, because I will need to be making sure I'm available for Monday's live and the door. So I now need to go because I need to contact Sally and let her know that my Secret Santa's arrived. It is now hidden on a high shelf, hence why it took so long, because I have to get a stool because I'm quite short. Guaranteed by tomorrow I'll forget it's there, and then we'll have the Secret Santa room and I'll be like, I don't know where my parcel is because I haven't got it. So ladies, Secret Santa time, when they'll come, could somebody, maybe when I say I can't remember where mine's is, high shelf in the bedroom, just saying, because it's on a high shelf, I'm too wee, I only look in eye level, so it's up out the road, just saying. Is that everything? I think that is everything. I hope you all have a very crafty evening, and I will see you back here again tomorrow. Bye.